Now, I wouldn't blame you if you've missed out on this Quest 2 accessory that I'm about to highlight in this video, as opening up Amazon and typing in Quest 2 accessories, you're greeted with a sea of different accessories, each with their own Chinese knockoffs. 10 different DOS covers, 50 different earbud options, 7 trillion of the same head strap. It gets even worse when you take this search the wide web as a whole, as there are a ludicrous amount of Quest 2 accessory manufacturers, and because of this, unfortunately, a lot of really cool accessories like the one I'm showing off in today's video get completely missed by you guys. So in today's video, I'm going over, in my opinion, what is the most game-changing and ridiculously cool Quest 2 accessory that you've likely missed in this sea of copycats. Also, I can't believe I'm about to say this again, and I'm starting to believe that I'm in some sort of time loop, but I'm giving away yet again another Synthriders key to one of you guys, as Synthriders just sent me a boatload more keys to celebrate their new song pack update. So if you want to win yourself a key to one of the best VR games of all time, at least in my opinion, just drop a comment down below on what your favorite thing about this Quest 2 accessory is in your own opinion, as well as having liked and subscribed, as I'll be picking people from my subscribers list. So first off, this video is in no way sponsored at all. However, I was sent this product for free by KATVR. I also had no idea what exactly it was that I was receiving, besides knowing that KATVR are the same company that made these dope Ready Player One omnidirectional treadmills, and that it was usable with the Oculus Quest 2, which is my headset of choice, and I'm sure is for many of you watching. On the 9th of July 2021, I received a briefcase delivered to my door with a locked code from the people at KATVR. I spent about half an hour trying to figure out how to open it with the help of those of you that follow me on Instagram, trying different code combinations, checking other YouTubers' videos, and even resorting to just hitting the case a good few times before I realized it was never locked in the first place, like the complete chimp that I am.
Hey, KATVR, why send me a product?
Why send me products in a locked case and not give me the code and put plastic in the code thing? So, wait, it just opened.
With that out of the way, I was greeted with a bullet for some reason.
What the fuck is this? Why did you send me bullets?
An extra life coin, and a ludicrously nice letter from the CEO themselves, essentially saying that they welcome me being as honest as humanly possible about their products and appreciate me taking the time to check it out in the first place. And honest I will be, as I am in all of my reviews no matter what, which is why some companies really don't like me. And the case, of course, contained the actual accessory that deserved this unlocked locked case and a floor mat for some reason, the Cat Loco S. Unboxing this thing, I was greeted with 3 very futuristic looking Oreos, some straps, and a Wi-Fi antenna router thing. And after reading through the manual and actually being a useful reviewer for once, I discovered what this all actually was. Not only is this a full body tracking system for the Quest 2 that needs no base stations whatsoever, but is also an entirely new locomotion method for all VR headsets. Being straight up honest here, this is probably one of the coolest accessories I've ever received to review on this channel. Again, not sponsored, just me being genuinely excited about a product for once. So why is this so exciting? Why should you care at all? Well, about 8 weeks ago, I highlighted, in my opinion, one of the most underrated VR games of all time, Sprint Vector, that revolves around physically swinging your arms to outpace other players in an all-out sprint. Although to many this may seem very gimmicky, this style of locomotion is actually incredibly immersive and adds enough real-life physical movement to feel real. So being sent something like this that should allow that sort of gameplay in any game that KATVR supports has me incredibly excited. Now I'm going to get straight to how these actually work and show off some gameplay before getting to the one thing that kind of ruins this for me, and I'm sure will kind of ruin it for a lot of you guys as well. So gameplay wise, these allow you to essentially walk on the spot in any game that KATVR supports. I strap a tracking puck to each leg and attach the waist puck after having installed the KATVR gateway application, and of course plugging in the Wi-Fi antenna router thing, and then of course booting up my Quest 2. The first games I let to try were Half-Life Alyx and Boneworks, which were both fully supported right off the bat. I also booted up VRChat to check out how good this base stationless full body tracking was, and like the 4-year-old toddler that I am, let's start with how walking works. To walk in game, you simply just walk on the spot, hence this little map provided provided that's meant to stop you from accidentally walking or running properly and charging into a wall like you're being chased by Lord Zuck himself. It took me a little tinkering in the KATVR settings to get the movement speed just right and the walking sensitivity correct, but once I did, I was totally blown away with how much immersion was provided. Though at times a little too much immersion, as I did end up walking off of the mat that was provided and nearly destroying my studio in the process a good few times. Also, because of the type of carpet that I have down on the floor in my studio, the floor mat wouldn't really grip consistently and ended up shuffling across my studio floor. However, once I got used to this locomotion system, as dumb as I look in real life using it, I stopped accidentally running and shuffling throughout my studio and was able to stay in the same spot within my play space pretty damn consistently. After some use, it truly adds a whole new sense of engagement with the game, as there is something severely disconnecting about using a thumbstick that I hadn't quite truly understood until using this sort of locomotion method. Just this small amount of extra movement with my legs makes a huge difference to how connected I felt in the game world. A good example of this is when I was dragging an NPC in Boneworks while walking. I'm able to look down at the NPC, adjust my arms, all while still walking forward like you would in real life. Something about this simple action was really profound, as cringe as that sounds, and as dumb as I look doing this, it was. I suddenly also felt far more vulnerable in games like Half-Life Alyx, as I snuck through areas of the map avoiding zombies and headcrabs by the skin of my teeth. There were also a few times where the pucks did clearly struggle to define if I was intending to move sideways or backwards or forwards, and would accidentally move me forwards instead of back, which is literally the last thing that you want happening when you have a zombie running towards you. And I would have to switch to the thumbstick locomotion in order to get out of some sticky situations. I found these tracking pucks work best in more sightseeing-esque games that don't have you try and frantically scuttle away from enemies. Obviously, in any competitive games, you're going to be at a disadvantage, as immersion is going to be the last thing on your mind when you're trying to win a competitive onward tournament and are trying to successfully navigate a map during gunfights. You also can't really use these things when crouching, as your legs kind of just don't let you do that and don't let you move like that on the spot while crouched or obviously in a prone position. Talking about your legs not letting you do stuff, it's also worth mentioning that doing this for hours a day might not be great for the health of your feet, your ankles, and your hips, as we as humans are designed to walk heel first, then toe, and not toe heel like these make you walk, as this can apparently put undue stress on the extensor muscles of the ankle, knee, and hip. I'm not an expert at all, and I have no idea what an extensor muscle is. I mean, look at me, I'm a monkey, but it doesn't sound great. Just something you want to keep in mind if you are considering purchasing these. Now onto the full body tracking. I mean, it kind of works. It's nice it's there, I guess. It took me a good half an hour to update all the firmware that was required to enable full body tracking, as some of the ankle pucks just refused to properly update themselves, and I had to do firmware updates multiple times on each of them to get them to finally stick. Once they were all actually updated and were functioning properly, I booted up VRChat, switched to the mocap mode in the KATVR gateway app, and proceeded to calibrate my Lamau looking avatar. Lord Elon would be proud. As you can see, the hip tracking seems to work okay and allows my avatar a little more range of movement, but the legs are very inconsistent and nowhere near the level of quality that Vive trackers and base stations can provide. To be honest, I don't even know why there's an option for a mocap setting in the first place, as I just can't see a single context where this would actually work well or be useful. I'm not gonna knock KATVR for this, as they don't exactly market this as a full body tracking device. I mean, it'd be a huge problem if they did, because it doesn't really work. I've recalibrated a few times in both VRChat and the KATVR app itself, as well as readjusting the ankle and waist trackers with no luck. So unfortunately, the base stationless full body tracking is going to have to wait until the Quest 3 or 4, when Facebook finally lets consumers get their hands on their new body tracking tech that they showed off a few years ago back at Facebook Connect. Hopefully in the future, KATVR can hone in some of the body tracking capabilities, but for right now, do not buy this for full body tracking at all. Now onto my biggest disappointment with these things. This is something that I don't know is the fault of KATVR themselves or Facebook and their software exclusivity on the Quest 2. Probably a few of you have already noticed this issue by now, and that's that these only work with a PC via Airlink or a link cable right now. And I'm sure many of you watching this use a Quest 2 natively and don't have a gaming PC ready to go to use something like this. This is really frustrating because I could see something something like this flourishing if it had native support on the Quest store. Whatever is the cause for this lack of support natively, this severely hinders how much of an audience this thing can reach, and is likely why you don't see these mentioned really anywhere or on many other channels as a whole. That and the fact that these are $230 US, which is nearly the price of an Oculus Quest 2 in the first place. As much as I enjoy these things and do think they are genuinely really cool, there's no way I could justify a $230 price tag. I mean, everything is well made and works well, but there's nothing in here that feels particularly $230-y. The combination of needing a PC, being $230 for what is basically just an alternative, albeit really cool alternative, to thumbstick movement, unfortunately kills virtually any momentum that this product could have in the VR market. I really hope KATVR find a way to get this working with the Quest 2 natively, especially as their gateway app on PC could so clearly work well as an app on the Quest store, as well as hopefully finding a way to drop this $230 entry price down at least a good bit, because I can't see the average consumer paying that amount for what is kind of a cool gimmick. Again, huge props to KATVR for sending me this thing and making it very clear that they want me to be as honest as possible, and I really do appreciate that, because some companies don't get that. And of course, if you want to win yourself that key for Synth Riders on the Quest store, just drop a comment down below on what is your favorite thing about this product that I showed off here today, as well as having, of course, liked and subscribed, as I'll be picking people from my subscribers list. And the winner from the last video's giveaway is I Need V-Bucks Dude YT. I'll be in contact with you through your channel discussion page and reply to that comment, so feel free to reply to me through either of those two avenues. Thank you so much for getting to this point in the video. I really do appreciate it. Keep the watch time nice and high, and you keep these videos recommended, so thank you. I really do appreciate it. You're the true heart of this channel, and you hopefully you like this different angle as well. I'm trying to keep things interesting in these videos. This is the best I can do, I guess. Thank you so much for the support. I'm forever in your debt. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Bye-bye. Also, thank you everyone who bought the merch. I really do appreciate it. I worked really hard on it. You guys still want to pick up that merch and be a part of the GetHip merch gang, just click the link in the description down below. Also, I stream pretty regularly over on my Twitch, twitch.tv/GetHip. If you want to check it out, link in the description down below. If you want to ask me any questions live, that's the place to do it. Also, thank you everyone who follows me on Instagram and helped me out in getting this thing unboxed from the case that it came in. Join my Discord, link in the description down below. I need to get better at promoting that. Thanks for watching, and I'm gonna shut up and I'm gonna get to editing this video because I got so much work to do. I spent so much time setting up the backdrop instead of actually doing work.